Hey there, Taurus. It's Jen here for your December 2020 tarot reading and channeling. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I meditated and got some messages first that I will share with you as I'm shuffling. I also wanted to just give you a few highlights that jumped out to me astrologically. So we're in the sign of Sagittarius as we move into December. And Sag will have their new moon on December 14th. On December 21st, on the solstice, there is a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. So this is in Aquarius. This is the closest they'll be in 20 years, and it's usually the transition of an era. Like it really is a almost generational type shift and transformation that happens when these two are this close together. So I'll be interested in seeing how that plays out. Right around that time, we also move from the sign of Sag into Capricorn. So Sag is ruled by Jupiter, and Capricorn is ruled by Jupiter is ruled by Sag, and Saturn is ruled by Capricorn. And we have this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. So they're very, very close together. And you can see this in the sky. You can already see it. I was out a couple weekends ago, and it was dark out, and my son noticed them. Like, what plant? Those must be planets. What are those? It's very obvious. It's quite beautiful as well. So you may want to check that out. And then on the 30th, so is the full moon in Cancer. And I feel like Cancer just needs to come and give everyone a great big hug as we round out this year. And it's been a year. I'm not the person. I rarely wish for a year to be over. I don't like wishing time away. I feel like time is precious and short, and but I even my Sagittarian positivity is wavering a little bit, especially since my friend's dad just died, and anyway. So, yeah, I think getting that big hug from Cancer at the end of, just to round out the year, will be actually a nice closing, a nice time to set some intentions moving forward. Excuse me. In your channeling, the first thing I saw very clearly was a bird cage. And so for me, a bird cage is feeling restricted or trapped, that you don't feel you need to be able to, or don't feel like you can spread your wings, branch out, travel. So if you like to travel, obviously everything that's going on can feel very restrictive. But you may want to start planning travel and thinking about planning travel, because that will, at least in your mind, you can start to dream and travel and plan right now. And then I saw your relation, Taurus. I don't often remember too much of the specifics of the signs, but some in yours, your love life has been, now obviously if you're in a very committed long-term relationship and nothing much is going on, this wouldn't apply. But some of you, I don't know. It's like, so what I'm seeing right now for some of you is a very sex-oriented relationship, like a friends with benefits, or the relationship has an expiration date for some reason. Someone's only here, it could be a many, many reasons. I just saw 444. And I got enjoy it while it lasts. So almost, but it's not sad. It's a very playful, it's like the classic meaning of an affair, not meaning cheating. I think of the old meaning of to have an affair is to maybe if you met someone over the summer and they're only studying here for a little bit of time, or they're only here for work for a temporary amount of time, or you know what I'm saying. uh, I don't know, so that's kind of interesting, but I see it being quite an experience for you, and something that ins- will give you some sort of insight that you will use moving forward. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable here. Um, yeah, how do I want to say this? Yeah, something about this experience will change how you approach relationships, how you sort of feel about them. Um, almost, I'm getting an incense stick out so I can point to the cards. This is my new thing. It smells good. How do I explain it? You're gonna have a more mature outlook on relationships. Maybe this person is older, or vice versa. These can all be different, go either way, or be someone very close to you. If you've been jealous in the past or a little controlling, we all can be in relationships. You're gonna have this more um, let go way of approaching relationships. You're not going to try to force it. You're not going to chase people. It doesn't mean you won't. You're going to play hard to get or be cold or callous, but you you'll be okay with expressing your feelings, and then just letting the chips fall where they may. Whatever. I don't even know what that means. Um, letting go. Letting go. Yeah. Okay. Then I again saw you sitting at first, it was a drafting table. And again, I'm not even sure I know what that is. I'm envisioning one of those tables that's kind of at an angle and working on some sort of plans. So that could be anything. You could be an artist, it could be house plans, some sort of engineering plans. Like, isn't a drafting table? I don't even know what a drafting table is. I think it's for plans. um, but then I also saw someone doing ritual work or spell work, or setting up an altar. Um, I mean, this over here is an altar. I have some lavender and some crystals. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything super elaborate. It could just be like a place where you've just set up something that is meaningful to you, or helps set an intention. You may want to, I just was getting, you may want to burn some incense or some scented candles. So that when you're in that space, something, or light a candle maybe, something that signifies that when you're in that space, it's your space. It's something that you're really enjoying doing. You're enjoying figuring out, you're enjoying spending your time, and that it feeds your soul. I'm getting an Eight of Pentacles type energy from it. So very positive. I also see you working on a computer, but it's not work like your job. It could turn into a job, but it's something you're planning. It's something more, some research you're doing, something you're doing for yourself. I see you really trying to figure something else out, an alternative to what you are currently doing. So that came up mostly for your career. You want to do something other than what you're doing for your career, but it could be anything. I saw you stargazing. I see space, outer space. So if you're a student, or it could be anyone, I shouldn't limit. And maybe you think, I want to study, I almost said astrology, could be astrology, astronomy, things like that, or physics, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't limit yourself or think you're not smart enough or that you can't do it. Don't put any, and this could be anything. If you want to be a star, if you want to go big, whatever, you can go big. Just be careful of your ego limiting you. Don't limit yourself. I literally have written down. Okay, then I saw an engagement ring. I almost saw someone holding, I don't have anything that's like a ring here, holding a ring. And just kind of, it's almost like, okay, so for some of you, it could be that someone, you or someone else, is thinking of asking someone to get married, be engaged. I also see it symbolic, or maybe you bought an engagement ring or were given one, and you're sitting here looking at it, going, "Is this really what I want?" I see it holding it, not even maybe looking at it on your hand, but holding it and just really doing some soul searching. Now, I also could see someone in a couple really almost pressuring to get engaged, and so you're weighing it very, very seriously. I see reservations though, and you have to figure out what that is. This is a point of no return. The relationship, for those of you in a relationship that might resonate with this, it's either move forward or it needs to end. Yes, so someone in the relationship may be more sure about it than the other person, and at this point in time, it needs to be sort of like an ultimatum. And so if it depends on, so if you are sure and you give an ultimatum, the other person, you know, if they're really not into it, you want to know that, because how much time do you want to spend on it? And vice versa, right? So I see in a relationship something coming to a a big decision that needs to be made. And then the last thing I got is, some things seem completely crystal clear, but other aspects of your life, you feel pretty confused and are having trouble sorting out your feelings or seeing clearly. I didn't really get, I felt like on some level you knew the decision, you do know how you feel, but acting on those feelings is hard. It may affect someone else. It may mean you have to make some big changes or some hard changes. And that doesn't mean bad. This isn't negative. But say you're in school and you realize you're a third year and you realize, shit, I want to change my major. And it's going to put you back a good year. You're going to have to go to school for another year. Something like that. So in some ways, you just want to finish it, but you're deep down, you know that you're not going to be happy if you stay on the path you're on. So that would be an example of that. Okay, let's get to the cards, because I'm a tarot card reader, right? Let me put my handy dandy notebook. What's on the bottom here? Ooh, the High Priestess. Yeah, you know. Deep down, this is the Chrysalis tarot. Deep down, I feel like you know what you need to do. You know what you feel, or you know someone else feels a certain way. Look she's almost doing a spell here. Some of you may get into doing some sort of rituals or spell work, or it could be more mundane, like journaling and getting things down. Or you may even want to be a writer. You may have something like a book hidden in you, an idea. Allow that to come to the surface. Someone may be hiding something from you, and that's where things may be coming to a head. You may need to, or someone else may need to press press the situation. I don't know, press for what I say further. You may have feelings for someone else, or someone else that you're with may have feelings for someone else, and that may prompt the what's going on here if it's with a relationship. But there's something, you want to do something different. There's something else in you. Wow, Ace of Stones, beautiful, beautiful card. This is really a card for you, Taurus, because this is an earth energy. This is the Ace of Pentacles in a more traditionally named deck. It reminds me of Craig Nadoon, the Standing Stone in Outlander, the time-traveling stone. We have is it the sun? Yeah, so the solstice. Okay, so here's pointing to the solstice, right? And this is once you can allow to come up your true feelings, your true wants and needs, your true desires, what truly draws you, what you truly want to spend your time and energy doing, the universe will create an opening, will create an opportunity. But it can't create that until you get it clear in your own mind what it is that you want to work towards. But this is tangible things. This is a new place to live, a new living environment. So if you don't move, but the people or things in your environment, it's a fresh start. It is a new career. It's a new health regimen. It's money. So something about this, you will see a difference because it's the more earthly, tangible things in life. But there's also for me a real spiritual aspect to the Pentacles cards, because of the connection to the earth, to Mother Earth, to the wonder that is. Yeah, so maybe you're really having some existential, am I saying that right? Where did the universe come from? What does this all mean? What do I believe in? Do I believe in God? Do I not? So some of you could really be, or exploring these things. Maybe your reading list is exploring these types of more big picture questions. For a fixed sign with this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, I feel as though it's in Aquarius. So Aquarius thinks about stuff like that. But Aquarius doesn't only think about stuff like that. It can figure stuff out. I actually looked up Elon Musk. He's actually a Cancer, which I thought was surprising. But I could see him having some strong, someone probably did his chart somewhere on YouTube. I just, the inventive mind. So you may have some ideas that you can bring into the real world. Don't discount your ideas. Even every great inventor, I think people has thought was crazy. What? Flying. You can fly through the air? That's crazy. Oh, that's reminded me of Outlander too. She goes back in time, and before airplanes, go back to the 1700s, and just trying to she's thought of as a witch because she's a nurse from the future. And, people just have trouble. So just because you're ahead of your time or you have ideas people may not understand, it doesn't mean they're not good ideas. Two of Pentacles. The bear. So the bear in the Lenormand cards. What a beautiful scene here with the lake and the mountains. The bear in the Lenormand could be mama bear. So there could be something about your mother. There could be something about a mother. If you're a man, you could get a woman pregnant. I have to be careful with my gender. If you are of childbearing potential, you could get pregnant or you could get someone else pregnant. It could be, but this is also a boss. And this is also the grind of daily life, the grind, the busy work of life that can get, either we can just kind of fall into a trance, get up, go to work, do this, do that, cook dinner, whatever your routine is. And it seems like it's just one day blends into the next. And maybe you want, and Taurus is a fixed earth sign, so they don't necessarily, can be comfort in it, but it may be something that's, you need to soar, that may be how you feel caged. You need to spread your wings, and with that Jupiter influence, right? Saturn's another earth sign that rules Capricorn. It's like, do the right thing, follow the rules, stay the course, stay on the path. And Jupiter's like, no, I need to travel. Sag wants to travel. I'm a Sag, so I'm gonna say we want to be free. We want to spread our wings. We don't want to feel trapped or tied down. You can, if it's a relationship, you can be with someone and not feel trapped or tied down. You just have to be with the right person. But I feel as a career is a little bit soul crushing for the for the moment. I don't mean to laugh. That's terrible, but I feel, I guess as a Sag, I feel that way all the time. Nine of Wands. Yeah, Nine of Wands is being, running a race and having 1 mile left, but just wanting to quit, wanting to give up, just not wanting to do it anymore. So there can be a message of perseverance here, the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not the train, as my friend would say. Just around the corner, you're going to see the finish line. You're almost there, even if you can't quite see it. So to persevere. I also can see it as I'm putting all this energy into something and my heart's not in it anymore. So it's a decision you would need to make. Is it just that a few years back, I got a graduate certificate, and boy, let me tell you, I had one class left, and I did not want, I wanted to stop, and that's not like me, actually. I'm not, for a fire sign, I'm pretty determined, and I have pretty good follow through, but boy, I wanted to stop. I had a lot going on in my life. It was very stressful, and I was like, but if I'm going to be really honest, the degree I picked was more of a degree of, this makes sense. It was somewhat convenient. It wasn't what I really wanted to do. And honestly, if I'm being honest, the things I really want to do don't require that type of school anymore. So that's the type of thing you have to explore within yourself, and give yourself permission maybe to explore your more creative side. And yeah. I'm trying not to just ramble and say the same thing over and over. So tons of earth energy. Six of Stones. This is a card, you can see the balance here, the scales, the Libra, how they're these jewels, these crystals hanging. Oh, this is a beautiful, I love that. Someone requested that I use this deck. I don't use it very often, and it's gorgeous. Look at this gorgeous braid up here. Absolutely stunning. It's a very pleasing card with symmetry. So you may like symmetry, balance, things like that. Jewelry making, using earthly, organic materials to create things. It's about give and take. So going back to relationships, you may not feel that you get the same support that you give, or vice versa in a relationship. If your relationship ends, you could either be giving that feedback or receiving it. And nothing's ever going to be perfectly balanced all the time. I feel as though that is unrealistic, but there has to be a give and take, or I think resentment builds up. I don't, some people are just martyrs and super codependent, but I think for, healthier people, I don't know if anyone's truly healthy, but healthier people, we have to feel that that sometimes if we need a shoulder, we need something, that we both have you have to feel like each other's got your back, I guess. Do you feel that you're the carrying the load, the weight? Looking for more work-life balance. I feel a strong need that you're realizing you really need to feed your soul. And again, the daily grind, the monotony of some things, and that your creative side, you need a creative outlet. You need, I feel like you allow yourself to have more, allow yourself to want more, allow yourself not to settle. And that doesn't mean if you are in a relationship that that person's not a wonderful person. And I think that this is where, and vice versa, or that if you're with someone and it doesn't work out and you're on the receiving end, that doesn't mean you're of less value or they're of less value, but everyone has their own ideas of the life they want to lead, what's going to bring them happiness, the energy they like to be. Some people want and this could be you, Taurus, because it's a very want the safe, comfortable home routine, just staying close to home. And it doesn't have to be, either or. There's a infinite number of possibilities in between. And some people want to be very much together and do everything together. And some people want to have more separate lives. And it doesn't mean you're no less of a couple, but I don't know. They just feel like, I'm just trying to give examples. I mean, so you may have to realize, wait a minute, how I've done what society tells me is the right thing to do. I've gotten a secure job with benefits. I'm, have a steady, significant other, and you may be thinking, shit. Now, if some of you are around your Saturn return, so that's around 28, and that can last, I can't remember how long that lasts, but I think I would say, like, and this is me, not astrology, I'm not an expert astrologer, but if you are, mid-late 20s into your early 30s, I feel like this is something that it could be a Saturn return. You can look that up, type of energy. Okay, I think, well, okay, you have the longest reading. I apologize. I hope you have a wonderful December and be well. Take care.